Have you ever stopped to think about that little orange box of baking soda sitting in your cupboard? Most of us have used it for baking cookies, scrubbing sinks, or keeping the fridge smelling fresh. But here's what almost no one realizes, especially those of us over 60. This humble powder may be one of the most quietly powerful wellness tools available to seniors. Really. While it costs just a few cents per use, its health benefits go far beyond household chores. For decades, baking soda has been used in ways that can gently soothe discomfort, support natural healing, and even help with some of the most common issues that come with aging. The surprising part, most people have no idea. They've never heard their doctor mention it. It doesn't appear in flashy commercials. But ask any old-fashioned nurse or read a few time-tested remedies, and you'll discover just how useful it can be for aging bodies. Why don't we talk about this more? Maybe because the best remedies are often the simplest. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 gentle, affordable ways baking soda can support your health. Plus, I'll explain when to be cautious and how to use it safely. Ready to discover what that little box can really do? Let's dive in. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Supports foot health and odor control. Our feet are the unsung heroes of our lives. They've carried the weight of our memories from early morning walks to late night dances, from chasing grandchildren to standing through long goodbyes. But as we age, they begin to whisper their weariness. That subtle stiffness in the morning, the unexplained swelling by evening, or the persistent dryness that no lotion seems to help. Sometimes it's an odor we can't quite get rid of, or the sharp sting of cracking heels. These aren't just inconveniences, they're reminders that our feet, like the rest of us, need a different kind of care. Now, and once again, something as simple as baking soda steps forward with quiet effectiveness. For seniors, a foot soak isn't just a soothing ritual. It can be a vital act of maintenance and relief. A few tablespoons of baking soda dissolved into warm water can begin to calm the skin, neutralize odor, and help manage the fungal imbalances that often plague older feet. The warm water relaxes tired muscles, while the baking soda works gently to restore the skin's pH and draw out impurities. It's not fancy. It doesn't come in designer packaging, but the results speak for themselves. Seniors who make time for this small ritual report more than just smoother skin. They describe a sense of calm, of feeling reconnected with their body, of restoring a bit of dignity that discomfort may have taken away, especially for those managing conditions like diabetes, where foot care becomes essential to preventing more serious issues. This simple soak can become a cornerstone of weekly self-care. What makes this even more special is how little it asks of you. No complicated equipment, no expensive appointments, just a basin, warm water, and a scoop of something most of us already have in the pantry. It's in these humble moments, lowering tired feet into a warm bath, breathing deeply, giving yourself permission to pause, that true care is found. And let's not forget the added benefit: odor control. Baking soda helps eliminate the bacteria that contribute to foot odor, leaving your skin feeling fresher, cleaner, and more comfortable in your own shoes. But the gentle support of baking soda doesn't end at your feet. In fact, it may be just as valuable for another common concern among seniors: itchy, irritated skin. Skin that once felt supple and smooth may now feel tight, flaky, or easily inflamed. The next way baking soda can help is by bringing relief to those dry, aging areas of the body that silently call for comfort. Let's explore how it soothes itchy, sensitive skin in a way that's natural, safe, and kind. 2. Soothes itchy, aging skin. As the years pass, our skin becomes more than just a barrier. It becomes a reflection of our journey. The delicate texture, the occasional itch, the dry patches that linger even after moisturizing, these are subtle reminders of the body's evolving needs. For many older adults, this shift brings not only visible changes but also persistent discomfort, nighttime itching that interrupts rest, sensitive skin that stings with every product, or tightness that feels unrelenting. It's easy to feel frustrated, even defeated, by skin that no longer responds the way it once did. But tucked away in your cupboard may be something quietly transformative: baking soda, known mostly for cleaning sinks and whitening laundry. It also holds a gentle power for the skin when added to a warm bath. Just half a cup of baking soda creates a soothing soak that balances pH, calms inflammation, and eases the irritation that plagues aging skin. Seniors who try this simple remedy often report a noticeable difference: less redness, reduced itchiness, and a softness they hadn't felt in years. There's something deeply reassuring about the simplicity of it. No long list of ingredients, no unfamiliar chemicals, just one single, trusted ingredient. In a world full of overcomplicated solutions and expensive creams, baking soda reminds us that sometimes the most effective care is also the most humble. It works not by overpowering the skin, but by restoring what's missing: balance, calm, and relief. What makes this ritual even more meaningful is the sense of care it brings. To draw a bath, to sit quietly, to allow your body to rest and heal. These are not small acts. They are powerful affirmations that your comfort matters, especially for those with sensitive skin, edema, or reactions to commercial products. This natural remedy can be a game changer, and the science agrees. Baking soda's anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties have been shown to reduce irritation and soothe skin conditions without the side effects of harsh treatments. It's not just about what it does for your skin, it's about how it makes you feel calmer, cleaner, and more in control of your well-being. But while this little white powder brings so much comfort to your skin, its usefulness doesn't stop at the surface. In fact, one of its most overlooked gifts lies in how it helps care for something even more personal: your smile. If you wear dentures, partials, or any kind of oral appliance, you'll want to see how baking soda can freshen, clean, and protect them without harsh chemicals. Let's explore the next surprising way it supports your daily comfort. 3. Freshens dentures and oral appliances. As the years pass, so do many of the simple habits we once took for granted, like brushing our teeth and heading out the door. For many seniors, the transition to dentures, partials, or oral devices marks a quiet but profound shift. Suddenly, the mouth needs extra care, new routines, and more attention to hygiene. What once came naturally now asks for patience, gentleness, and intention. But there's also something tender in that process, a chance to reconnect with the basics of self-care in a way that feels deliberate and dignified. This is where baking soda finds its place, not as a flashy product in a shiny bottle, but as a time-tested, gentle partner in oral care. Just a spoonful stirred into warm water becomes a powerful yet soothing soak. It lifts away food particles and residue, removes mild stains, and, most importantly, neutralizes odor-causing bacteria that can build up on dentures or mouth guards. There's no burning sensation, no strange aftertaste, just clean, fresh comfort. For those with dry mouth or gum sensitivity, which are common with age or certain medications. Commercial denture cleaners can sometimes be too harsh, but baking soda, it meets the mouth where it is tender, tired, and needing relief. Its natural alkalinity helps soothe irritation, reduce the risk of fungal growth, and maintain a balanced oral environment that supports long-term comfort. And beyond hygiene, there's a subtle shift that happens emotionally. Seniors who incorporate a simple soak into their morning or evening routine often report feeling more in control, more put together. It's not just about keeping dentures fresh, it's about preserving the joy of eating without pain, the freedom of speaking clearly, and the confidence to smile without hesitation. Over time, this simple act, placing a denture into a warm baking soda bath, becomes a gentle ritual, one that honors the body, acknowledges the changes of aging, and offers a moment of quiet self-respect. Because caring for your oral health isn't just about cleanliness, it's about staying engaged with life, maintaining your dignity, and embracing every chance to feel your best. And the benefits of baking soda don't end there. While it works wonders for your dentures on the outside, that it may surprise you to learn how it can also help with something many older adults quietly struggle with: digestive discomfort, gas, bloating, slow digestion. These challenges grow more common with age. But the same humble ingredient that freshens your mouth could also bring balance to your belly. Let's explore how baking soda supports digestion, especially when the digestive system begins to slow. 4. Improve digestion in old age. As we grow older, the simple act of enjoying a meal can quietly shift what was once a source of warmth, connection, and satisfaction can begin to bring something else: an uneasy fullness, a burning sensation that crawls up the chest, or a tight pressure that lingers long after the last bite. For many seniors, indigestion becomes a regular visitor at the table, unwelcome but persistent. It turns dinner time into a gamble, making even light meals feel heavy and unpredictable. This change isn't just about age, it's about how the digestive system naturally slows down over time. The stomach produces less acid, food moves more sluggishly, and certain medications or food choices can quickly throw things off balance. The result: bloating, heartburn, or that uncomfortable sense of being too full too fast. Over-the-counter antacids might help in the moment, but for older adults juggling multiple prescriptions, they can sometimes cause more problems than they solve, interfering with nutrient absorption or raising other health concerns. That's why something as modest and familiar as baking soda can feel like such a gift. With just half a teaspoon dissolved in a glass of water, taken slowly, baking soda can neutralize excess stomach acid and offer near-instant relief from heartburn or indigestion. It doesn't just cover up the symptoms, it gently helps restore the body's natural pH balance. And there's comfort in that. No long pharmacy lines. No unfamiliar chemicals. Just a quiet, time-honored remedy, sitting in your cupboard, waiting to offer peace. The beauty of this solution isn't just in its simplicity, but in its dignity. When you choose a remedy that's natural, gentle, and effective, You're honoring your body's needs without overwhelming it. And for seniors who've spent a lifetime learning what works and what doesn't, that kind of trust matters. It brings a certain calm, knowing that you can tend to your discomfort with something so basic, so safe, and so deeply familiar. That said, like any tool, baking soda has its limits. It contains sodium. So, if you're managing high blood pressure or kidney conditions, it's wise to consult your doctor before using it regularly. But for occasional indigestion, especially after a rich meal or a late-night snack, it can offer quiet relief and restore the enjoyment of mealtime once again. Yet baking soda's story doesn't end at the dinner table. Beyond soothing the stomach, it may also play a helpful role in easing a very different kind of discomfort, those sudden, sharp flare-ups that strike the joints without warning. If you've ever felt the burning pain of gout, you know how debilitating it can be? And surprisingly, this humble white powder might hold part of the answer. Let's explore how baking soda could help manage those painful moments and support your body's natural healing response. 5. Baking soda helps manage gout flare-ups. There's a kind of pain that sneaks in like a thief, sudden, sharp, and impossible to ignore. Gout doesn't give you time to prepare. One moment you're asleep. The next you're jolted awake by a burning sensation in your toe, your ankle, sometimes even your knee. The affected joint swells, throbs, and stiffens, making even the light touch of a bedsheet feel unbearable. For seniors, this type of flare-up is more than just a physical problem. It disrupts sleep, adds stress, and often means putting plans on hold. Walking becomes a challenge. Standing feels like a burden. And independence, something so deeply cherished, feels just out of reach. At the heart of this condition lies uric acid, a substance that, when not properly processed by the body, forms sharp crystals inside the joints. These crystals create inflammation, pain, and limited mobility. Many people rely on medication to treat these flares, and rightly so. But alongside those treatments, there's a quiet companion that's been sitting on kitchen shelves for generations. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is naturally alkaline. That means it has the potential to help rebalance the acidity in your system. Some early findings and personal stories suggest that adding just half a teaspoon of baking soda to a glass of water and drinking it occasionally may create a less acidic environment in the body, one where uric acid doesn't accumulate as easily. It's not a cure, and certainly not a replacement for medical care, but rather a gentle ally in managing flare-ups and reducing discomfort. There's something deeply reassuring about remedies like this. No long pharmacy lines. No hard-to-pronounce names or difficult dosing instructions. Just a moment in the kitchen. A small scoop. A cool glass. And the sense that you're doing something kind for your body. For older adults juggling medications, appointments, and complex regimens, having a natural option that offers some relief can feel like a breath of fresh air. Still, like all remedies, baking soda must be used thoughtfully because it contains sodium. Those with kidney concerns or high blood pressure should speak with their doctor before trying it. But when given the green light, many have found that this simple white powder not only eases swelling and tenderness, but also brings back a sense of control over their pain. As mobility returns, even in small ways, so does a quiet joy being able to stand without bracing, to move through the house with less hesitation, to reclaim a bit of freedom. And while baking soda's soothing powers extend far beyond the joints, it also holds promise in an area few talk about: urinary discomfort. Let's explore how it may bring relief there. 2. Next. 6. Helps calm urinary discomfort. There are few sensations as quietly disruptive as the sting and burn of urinary discomfort. It's not always visible to others, but for the person experiencing it, especially older adults, it can cast a long shadow over the simplest parts of life. What may start as a mild pressure or a subtle urgency can soon turn into an exhausting cycle of frequent trips to the bathroom, each one marked by pain, frustration, and a nagging sense of unease. Nights are interrupted, days are overshadowed, and the joy of a peaceful walk, a hearty laugh, or even a moment of stillness can be replaced by tension in the lower abdomen and a constant mental check-in. Will it flare up again? As we age, our bodies naturally become more prone to these types of imbalances. Changes in hormone levels, hydration patterns, side effects from medications, and decreased mobility can all create an environment where urinary issues are more likely to arise. And while antibiotics may be necessary to resolve infections, the experience of discomfort doesn't always wait politely for a prescription to kick in. That's where a familiar kitchen staple offers a gentle hand: baking soda. Though known best for cooking and cleaning, baking soda may also provide momentary relief when the burning sensation of urinary irritation becomes too much. Dissolving just half a teaspoon in a glass of warm water and sipping it slowly can help raise the pH level of urine, reducing its acidity. This subtle shift may not cure the underlying issue, but it can take the edge off the pain, turning sharp discomfort into something more manageable. There's something reassuring in that simplicity. No harsh ingredients. No complicated steps, just a glass, a spoonful, and a few quiet moments to breathe. For seniors who are often balancing multiple health concerns, this kind of gentle support can feel deeply comforting. It's a way of easing suffering without adding burden, of taking back a little control in a body that may not always feel predictable. And while baking soda should never replace medical treatment, especially for persistent or worsening symptoms, it can serve as a bridge, a brief, soothing pause in a time of discomfort, a reminder that sometimes healing doesn't have to be dramatic or expensive to be meaningful. What's more, the support baking soda offers doesn't end here. As it soothes the inner lining of the body, it can also bring relief to the soft tissues of the mouth, where tiny canker sores turn ordinary moments eating, drinking, speaking into painful tasks. Let's take a closer look at how this quiet remedy may offer comfort there too. Next. 7. Treats canker sores naturally. It's such a small thing, barely noticeable from the outside, a tiny sore on the inside of your cheek, beneath the tongue, or near the gum line. And yet, if you've ever had a canker sore, you know just how much discomfort it can bring. It's the kind of pain that feels out of proportion to its size, sharp, persistent, and always in the way. Eating becomes a chore. Speaking feels tender. And even a soothing cup of tea can trigger a wince. For older adults, whose mouths may already be more fragile due to dry mouth, medications, or shifting dental conditions, this tiny ulcer can feel like a much larger disruption. Canker sores often show up after a bit of stress, a long week, or a minor injury from something as simple as a sharp food edge or a careless bite. And while they tend to heal on their own, the days in between can stretch longer than expected, turning daily life into a series of small but frustrating interruptions. In these moments, What's needed is something that brings relief gently without adding to the problem. That's where baking soda steps in. Though it's often thought of as a cleaner or cooking ingredient, its mild antiseptic and alkaline properties make it a surprisingly effective remedy for mouth irritation. Dissolving just half a teaspoon of baking soda into a glass of warm water and rinsing your mouth once or twice a day can help neutralize the acidity that makes these sores sting. It soothes the rawness, calms inflammation, and supports the body's natural healing process. This isn't just an old wives' tale. Research has confirmed baking soda's potential in easing the pain of recurring mouth ulcers. But beyond the science, there's a deep comfort in returning to something so simple. No harsh chemicals. No strange flavors. Just warm water and a spoonful of something you already trust. For seniors especially, who may be cautious about new medications or sensitive to alcohol-based mouthwashes, this approach offers peace of mind. It's gentle, familiar, and quietly effective. And in the moment you swirl that water and tip your head back, it's more than a remedy. It's a moment of care, a sign that even the smallest pain deserves attention, and that healing can begin with a pause and a bit of kindness to yourself. And while baking soda soothes these silent sores, what if it could do more? What if it could actually help your body perform better? As we move into the later seasons of life, the way we care for ourselves begins to shift. Health isn't only about treating what's broken or chasing big fixes. It becomes about honoring what still works, tending to what's weary, and cherishing the parts of us that continue to carry us forward. In this chapter, simplicity speaks the loudest, and few things capture that simplicity better than baking soda. Over the course of this video, we've explored 7 gentle yet powerful ways this humble white powder can bring relief, ease, and comfort to the aging body. From calming the sharp sting of a mouth sore to refreshing tired feet, from managing discomfort in the joints to offering relief during digestion or urinary irritation, baking soda reminds us that sometimes the best remedies are already sitting quietly in our cupboards, waiting to be noticed. This isn't just about listing home tricks. It's about rediscovering something deeper, that our well-being, even in older age, still deserves our attention and care. And that care doesn't always have to be complicated. It doesn't need to come with long prescriptions or high costs. It can live in the small, intentional moments. A warm soak at the end of the day. A rinse to ease a tender spot. A glass of water gently stirred with a pinch of powder. These actions may be small, but they are filled with respect. They are a quiet way of saying, I'm still worth caring for. In a world that often rushes us past what's essential and into endless products and promises, there is peace in slowing down and choosing what's simple, familiar, and time-tested. For seniors especially, this is not just convenient, it's empowering. It returns a sense of control, a bit of steadiness in a time of life that can sometimes feel unpredictable. Of course, baking soda isn't magic. It's not meant to replace medical advice or solve every concern. Those with kidney issues or high blood pressure should always speak with a healthcare provider before using it regularly, but within safe, mindful limits. It can support a more balanced, thoughtful way of living. And maybe the greatest wisdom here is that healing doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers through everyday things, through quiet choices, through a return to basics. So next time you pass that small orange box on your shelf, don't overlook it. It may just be one of your gentlest allies helping you care for your body, one calming moment at a time. So the next time your eyes land on that small orange box tucked away in your kitchen, try to see more than just a household item. See possibility. See comfort. See a longtime companion quietly waiting to help one simple moment at a time. This isn't just about baking soda. It's about remembering that healing often begins with what we already have. I hope today's message encourages you to take small, gentle steps toward your own well-being. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing from this video you'll try or reflect on? Let's keep this community warm and supportive by sharing our thoughts below. And if you found this video helpful, leave a comment with Yakwan so I know you're with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more senior-friendly health tips. Until next time, take care and continue living life with wisdom and heart.